G'day and welcome to ROK Power Tools Australia assembly video of the ROK model 50272 300mm 2-stroke petrol chainsaw. Chainsaw comes packed in a nice display box in a retail pack. Inside we have the contents, which are laid out here. There is a tool bag which contains a sharpening file, double-ended screwdriver, a normal flat-ended screwdriver for carburetor adjustment, your T Allen key wrench, spark plug, flat screwdriver wrench, the spike plate with mounting screws, guide bar, chain, and of course the chain cover. Also included is a bottle for your fuel mix, which is 25:1. There are increments on the side and describing of what volume of unleaded fuel to add to what proportion of oil. The instruction manual, which is also included, please read that before attempting to assemble your chainsaw. We will go through some of the finer points, but please read it before attempting to assemble the chainsaw. It's quite informative and will help you immensely. Taking the plastic bag, protective bag, from the chainsaw, dispose of the bag safely. We don't want accidents to occur. Engage the kickback brake mechanism by pulling the front lever here down, and then you can remove, by undoing this lock nut, the cover. Place that aside. Cover comes off quite easily, exposing the internal mechanism underneath. There is a packing piece, which is this plastic rectangular shape object. It's only a packing piece, totally discarded. Mount the wood spike. Which comes in a little plastic bag. Dispose of that as well. The spike can only be mounted one way on the machine. It's necessary to mount it before the bar. Place it on the front. The screwdriver that's provided. Expose the cross-headed end and just assemble very quickly, very easily. Don't over tighten. Taut is just enough, quite firmly. Be careful of the spike. It does have 4 sharp points, which is what it's designed to do, which will help you when you are using to dig into the material being cut and create a pivot action. Take the chain from the packet. Ensure the direction, so the teeth are on this side at the top facing away from you. Just angle it over the sprocket cup, which is that. Grab the guide bar, place over the holding post, and just holding the slack out of it, assemble accordingly. With the cover that you did remove, there is an adjustment on the front face of the machine, which is just here. You will need to line up that guide pin there on the cover with the bottom pin of the guide bar. The 2 pins at the rear of the cover loop in to the position on the rear end of the chainsaw. Quite easily to do. Whoops. Like so. If the pin is out of position, turn your double-ended screwdriver over to the flat side and adjust the screw back. Which will take the pin down until it matches with the hole on the chainsaw. Once that's been located, grab the lock nut, placing it onto the cover. Just do it up just finger tight, don't over tighten it as yet. You're just going to have to realign the chain, which is what we've done. Now you can, with the flat end screwdriver in a clockwise direction, adjust the chain up to get the correct tension. Slide up and line it as you go, ensuring the chain doesn't come out of position on the sprocket of the clutch. Just grab the chain so that you can slide it backwards and forwards just to get the right adjustment. Pull it just away from the guide bar just so that the guiding joins do not come out of the bar, but they are visible. With that positioning obtained, get your T-wrench, which is also a spark plug socket removal wrench, and with the smaller end, clamp up the outer cover. Again, just taut, don't over tighten. No need to over tighten. Perfectly okay. Push the kickback mechanism lever forward. We're now going to fuel and oil the machine. On the bottom here is where the oil goes. The light grade oil, a 15 grade oil. On the top here is your 2-stroke oil. In the container, as we said earlier, fill it up to the 576.92 mark and add the balance to the 600 millilitres with the 2-stroke oil. That will give you a correct mix of 25 to 1. That is 25 parts petrol to 1 part oil. Screw the locking caps firmly, don't over tighten them. There is a little gasket which will squeeze up against the face of each tank. That'll prevent it from leaking. Underneath the machine there is an adjustment to either increase or decrease the flow of oil to the bar, which is operational when the unit is running. With the small slotted head screwdriver again, on the base of the machine you will see there is an adjustment screw. To increase the flow of oil, turn it anti-clockwise. To decrease the flow of oil, turn it clockwise. Just a matter of just gauging at the time when you've got the machine running. Right, we have oiled and fueled the machine, shown you how to do that. To start the machine, again, disengage the kickback brake, which is by pulling that lever down. Pull the choke on, turn the switch to the I position, the little on-off switch. Prime the machine with the primer bulb on the side of the unit. Pump it until it fills with fuel, and then give it 1 or 2 extra pumps. That means the machine is now primed. Starting, take the excess length out of the starting mechanism and pull briskly. When the machine kicks, pull the throttle trigger, which is under my finger here at the front, and the choke will automatically return. Do not push the choke lever down. Don't push the choke lever down, as you will break the little linkages inside. It will return when you activate the throttle. Okay. Your machine is quite good for the smaller applications that of cutting branches and so forth. Be very, very careful. If the machine does kick back, always hang on to the machine with two hands. If the machine kicks back, the front lever will activate and the chain will automatically stop rotating. That is a safety feature so that there is no injury to yourself. Always wear protective clothing plus safety gloves or gloves for more comfortable handling. For your ears, because they are quite noisy, a set of earmuffs is recommended. And of course, for your eyes, a pair of safety goggles. When you have finished your cutting application, switch the machine off, empty out any fluids, as fuel particularly, before storing away. The guard cover, clean the bar and oil, and put your bar and chain cover over the machine to protect it from any damage. Again, remember safety at all times. If in doubt, do not attempt to cut anything if you have any concerns, and most importantly, always use the machine with two hands. Do not, repeat, do not operate the unit with one hand. It is extremely dangerous. Happy cutting, and we'll see you next time.